Yay!
All right, friends and family, we are back. It's been a while. I apologize for that, but I intend to get to more episodes. I'm mostly sorry to you.
Yeah.
She's very upset.
I'm really upset.
Headlining news today, did you hear that the new administration is planning to, like...
You're trying to piss me off before we go anywhere here.
They're planning to drastically cut federal workers.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Yeah, they're gonna, like...
They had to write their little special lists of what I did last week.
Yeah.
I would really like to do that, actually, just so that I could write some real special things.
Yeah.
I went to the toilet for a while. Yada, yada, yada. Go on from there. Spent extra time in there. It was a rough night.
Yeah, rough night. Well, so fortunately we're not here to talk about that, or else that would just depress me. We're actually here to talk about you. And what is your name?
I told you I wasn't going to answer that one. Karina Hughes.
Karina Hughes. Mm-hmm. Karina, where are you from? Where were you born?
Born in Scotland, in a town called Bellshill, just about 10 miles outside of Glasgow.
So, like the suburbs of Glasgow.
Yeah, it would be called like the Lowlands, if you will.
The Lowlands.
I wish it was the Highlands, but it was the Lowlands.
A little town.
Lowest of the low.
Like, are we talking like a village?
It was kind of, sort of. It was originally a steel building area and also coal mining. Okay. Of course, that all went away. So when I was, like, I guess in my early teens, it kind of pretty much went bye-bye. So yeah, I don't really know what it is now. I think it's just a lot of transplants from Glasgow.
Oh,
now.
Okay.
So it was small, it's got bigger. Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you were there?
Almost 3 years ago now.
Okay. Yeah. Does it depress you at all to go back?
Not at all. No, my whole family's there.
Yeah. Okay.
So everybody's there and it's great to see. But I did notice, because I hadn't been home in 9 years, what a huge difference it is now compared to when I was younger. You know, huge difference.
And you're in San Luis Obispo now. Mm-hmm. When did you move here?
97.
Oh, you moved here the same year I did.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Really? Shut up.
Yeah.
What, were you a baby?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I was 12 years old.
Yeah, there you go. I wasn't.
Rats. That's why we didn't go to the same school.
Yeah.
So then you've probably noticed this. It's funny. You left a town that after you left, it's gotten smaller to a town that, as once you moved here, that was small.
Yes.
Has gotten bigger.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I moved here, there was still the Mardi Gras, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inappropriate,
went away.
scary
100%.
The fun one.
Yeah, exactly. But that was too much. So get rid of it.
I went to
too many titties.
Yeah. I went to that once, and I had no business being there unsupervised. But I went because it was great. It was
educational.
Fun. My mom had no idea. I consider it educational. So, when...
Told you you're going to have to cut some of this out.
Nothing is getting cut. Nothing. When Karina, when you were a little child, what did you want to be?
Ballerina.
Ballerina?
100%.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever do ballet?
Nope.
No? Ballet?
When I'm ballet. I'm going to be the dancer. No. No, I didn't. My mum said it would ruin my feet, so I went into catering instead and trashed my feet. I thought that was pretty ironic.
I found a different way.
Yeah, no, I just trashed my feet anyway. So.
I mean, it is a short-term career, and it does ruin
your
feet.
But I loved it. I think I really just wanted the wee dresses. Twirlies.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful. I still love ballet.
The tiara, the whole princess.
Everything I do all.
Yeah.
Little swans. Yep. Wanted to be that.
That makes sense. That checks out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so you've lived in Scotland. You're from Scotland.
Yes.
You lived here. Where else have you lived?
Well, from my hometown, Bellshill, I moved to Glasgow when I was about 21, I think it was. Lived there for a couple of years. And then from there, I moved to Los Angeles. And then from there up to San Francisco for a while.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And then moved down here.
Okay. Yeah.
So
what part of San Francisco?
Haight Street, bang on. Of course.
The best part.
100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right on Haight, Fillmore, Steiner, right there.
So, like, during the early 90s?
Yeah, it was 93, 4, 5, 6, 7. 93, I moved there. I moved my stuff there. I was on tour at the time. So I moved my gear into my friend's brother's garage for about a year.
Was that a good time to be in San Francisco?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, it was a big changing point for my life, and so yes and no. You know, I mean, I had about a year of still behaving the way I used to behave, and then after that is when I got sober. So it was a great place to be sober in San Francisco because there's a really, really great, rad group of sober folks in there.
And you can remember some of it?
Not really. But that's with anything. Can't remember what I walked to the fridge for now, but that's a whole other story.
How would you describe your cultural identity?
Scottish. Because if I'm not Scottish, it's crap.
Touche.
So, yeah, Scottish, 100%.
Full-blown Scottish.
Yeah. I mean, I became a citizen finally last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Lots of questions that I didn't think I could answer. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make that hard.
I was terrified. That's why I hadn't done it, to be quite honest with you. I was like, I have to study, and it was never my forte, you know, so.
I don't think American citizens could pass it.
Well, it's funny because Elliot, my son, he just did that, and he was like, it's really hard, and I was like, told you.
Yeah, they really don't want you coming in.
No, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to just how do I say it? Most of the Scottish people that I've met, or most of the Irish people that I've met, are
lunatics, alcoholics,
but also nothing else. You know, it's not like I'm part Irish and part this and part that, or I'm like. And
I am part Irish. My mother's father was from Ireland. He was from Cork.
Okay.
So I'm actually part Irish, but I identify as 100% Scottish.
Right.
With a very dear affinity towards the Irish.
Would that be like Scots Irish or?
No, it's funny actually because Scottish women that are of Celtic origin, like either Irish, Scottish, north of Wales, or the Gaels from around the north of France. We're known, that is what we're called, as Gaels.
Gaels.
I like that because it's like gale force winds, which
Yeah.
is pretty much what women like that are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're a bit mental. And so that I am an actual Gael. That would be me.
Okay.
From Gaelic heritage.
I wish I'd known that earlier, but I always learn something.
Yeah, well, stick around, kiddo. Stick around.
What is your favorite hobby?
Really, right now, working and going to sleep. It's my favorite. But before, I used to art. I love to do art. I love my dear friend in the program actually taught me how to quilt. So when I do that, which isn't very often anymore, it's very therapeutic. So I absolutely love to do that. Love it. But
baking?
Baking, I guess. Yeah, still
bake.
bake. Yeah, I'm still a baker. Yeah. Still do that.
I consider that. I do consider sleep a hobby, but
it's my favorite right now. Yeah. Hanging out with my creatures at home.
I've been trying to get into crocheting.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool. But,
yeah.
Quilting is ultimate cool.
It's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's a really, honestly, once I finally got it. I mean, there's math involved, which is not my favorite. I didn't realize that when I got started, and I was like, well, wait, I can't take you with me. I said to my friend Susie, I was like, can't I take you with me for every single quilt that I make from this point forward? And she's like, you gotta fly yourself, kid.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to get wings and go fly. And I'm like, damn it. And I was like, oh, math. Yeah. No, my friend.
If you find something that you love enough, I guess you'll deal with the math.
I found a way, and I also made some mistakes, which she taught me is a thing they called making an Amish mistake, because everything that the Amish make apparently has a little flaw in it, so that they're not trying to be God. They're trying to show that they've got a little flaw. So every quilt, certainly any of mine, have a fair amount of flaws in them.
That totally checks out.
The Amish. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool actually.
What kind of pets do you have?
Oh, good Lord.
And what are their names?
There's one that's, we think, part wombat. We're not too sure. Dog of origins. Again, not sure. Maybe miniature polar bear. Yeah. Anyway, he's Snuffy.
Yeah.
And then there's the new kid on the block, Fergus, another dog. Fergus McDuff, if you want his full name. Fergus McDuff, and he is sort of kind of westy, sort of kind of maybe a poodle on his bum. I'm not sure. His bum's really curly.
Yeah.
So we're not sure. But he's really funny.
Yeah.
And then, you met him, didn't you?
I've met both of them. Fergie is hilarious, but I gotta say I like the older one.
Snuffy's a riot. Snuffy is a riot.
He didn't move much, but you can tell he had a lot of character.
He has a lot of dialogue though that gets a bit rude, and he sometimes can be a bit like,
He's a cranky old man.
He's got some issues, and and he verbalizes. And so there's him, and then there's a cat that adopted us about 15 years ago called Sherlock,
Oh yeah.
who I'm allergic to. I'm very allergic to him, but he sleeps like here, or sometimes here, on me. So I take Claritin every day just to survive.
He knows you're allergic, and so that's
100% rubs himself on me. I'm like, cheers, mate. Cheers for that.
Good God.
But I love him. I don't even like cats, but I love him.
Do you volunteer anywhere? Or have you?
Yeah, obviously. I used to do some food bank stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, and but I've also more recently just my volunteering comes in the form of AA sponsoring.
Yeah.
You know.
Right on.
But yeah, I've done lots of over the years. But right now, honestly, I just started a new job and it's all consuming.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very tired most of the time.
Right. Some people get nervous when I ask that question as if it's a requirement,
No,
and it's like
I have, and I've done it many times over. But I know.
I'm not volunteering anywhere
No,
right now. I mean, I have some commitments, right? But
that's we can consider that a volunteer.
Yeah.
I'll let it go.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide.
Thank you so much.
Even though I just said it as well, we'll let it go. We'll let that one slide.
What is an interesting factoid about you? Cross your toes or anything like that?
No.
No. She's not interesting, folks.
Extremely boring people. I don't think. Oh Jesus, I don't know. Now you put me on the spot. I should have probably read that question. I don't. Come back to that one.
Yeah, I forgot it. I even had it. Really.
I don't even know what that was.
What is you mentioned you have a new job. What's your current job title?
Restaurant manager.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty much what I was doing when I first met you.
I can't see you really doing anything other than being a boss.
I'm like, boss lady.
For all those watching, she's my boss. Was my boss, and she's a terror. She's a tyrant. It's
100%.
Terrible.
I beat him on the rig.
She did.
I had to. There was no choice. Asked for it, is what they say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can see me just nodding my head and smiling.
Yeah, you
still,
did. Yeah, she did. Fucking hot pokers and everything, wasn't there?
Pay more attention to what's going on outside of the camera.
It was bad. It was bad. He's hiding his bruise as well, though.
Yeah. What other job titles or careers have you had? I know that you've had some interesting ones.
We've dabbled in our own businesses for years. It's always been along the lines of catering, though.
Yeah.
I did tour catering after I came out of school. I did hairdressing for a minute, and then I went on to work in a restaurant that paid more money. So. Accidentally ended up doing, the baker didn't show up. I ended up doing bacon that day. The, short order cook didn't show up. I ended up doing that. Chef didn't show up. I ended up doing that. So fell into being a cook, even though my father used to say you can't even boil an egg. So just a nice Scottish father.
Typical.
Full of, praise.
Typical.
And encouragement. That, and I like I said, when I left the job in the restaurant in Glasgow, I went on and did tour catering for the music business.
Oh, hell yeah.
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 So I would cook for bands and go along with them.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I knew all about you toured with some really cool people.
I did it for a while. So there was, we just went with whoever employed us, and then eventually my own company as well. But yeah, I got to tour with, my first band in America was Nirvana. I didn't even know who they were.
Really?
I didn't even know who they were.
Oh,
my friend was like, I was like, we're going out with some guys called Nirvana, and she was like, Karina, for God's sake, they're like the biggest band right now. And I'm like, I don't have time to watch MTV. I don't know. So anyway, I found out.
Were they cool?
Yeah, they were. Dave Grohl was.
Yeah.
Chris was wonderful, and poor Kurt was just a little bit sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But talented, but sick.
I've heard Dave Grohl's pretty awesome.
I adore him.
Yeah.
Adore him. We were quite tight. Him and their extra guitar player,
right.
Pat Smear, was amazing as well. We got quite close.
When you told me that you were on tour, see, when you would tell me about it, the catering part would always skip my brain, right? And so I was just like, oh, sure, Karina, like, you were hanging out with Nirvana.
Probably full of shit.
Scottish people lie.
Oh, again, hit me again, Karina.
All right, so you spend a lot of your time in the food industry. Do pineapples belong on pizza?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. There you have it, folks.
Sorry for the bad language, kiddies.
Didn't even have to think about that. What accomplishments are you most proud of in life?
Staying sober for almost 28 years.
Damn. That's
an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Accomplished not letting my kids rather, see me trashed ever. it's a big accomplishment for me, the biggest, because without that, nothing else would have followed suit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I come from a generation. Well, we have
hello.
a lot of generations where it's like,
I don't like to brag, but Scottish people invented alcoholism.
Yeah.
So hey,
kind of did.
Yeah,
it was a lot more common to like come home after school and see one of the parents loaded, and it's interesting when I look back on that now. It's like, that wasn't a very pleasant experience. I just didn't know any better.
Yeah, well, I came from, I'm not going to say it's an entire country full of people, but I didn't drink abnormally. At least I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Until, it was like I ran out of people that did more than me.
Oh. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I'm the only one left up in the back of the tour bus.
Yeah.
Everybody else has gone to bed, and what losers, I'm quitters.
It's them.
What's
it's
wrong
not
with you?
me.
We've got more to do. Let's do this. So, yeah. Yeah.
What is your favorite movie, book, and food?
Movie, Step Brothers.
Step Brothers? Oh, yeah.
Me and my kids adore it.
Boats and hoes.
We quote it verbatim, the whole movie. Book. I was thinking about that, and then I thought, well, the biggest influence on me is when I was younger that pretty much brought me over here, one of the reasons, was Jack Kerouac's On the Road.
Oh, yeah.
He talked about having itchy feet, and I really related to that. I always wanted to, I love where I'm from. I love it. But I always wanted to feel other, areas. I wanted to know what it smelled like. I wanted to know what the people were like, and I really got lucky and got a job that took me around. I really got lucky. And now I live real close to where he wrote that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Big Sur area and all that. It's kind of funny.
Right,
really.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He used to hang out here.
Yeah, I did. I know.
Yeah.
It's really ironic that I didn't mean to end up here, but thinking back, it's kind of funny.
And I often think about, because, when it comes to On the Road, the only alternative we would have had, really, that was close would have been John Steinbeck. And
yes.
I like Steinbeck, but there's just something
it's a little
not
dark.
quite, and
a little dark.
There's not quite as much personality for me personally, and so I think Jack Kerouac kind of came out of nowhere.
He just was the beat generation, do you know what I mean? I grew up, my brother gave me the book to read, and, he was much older than me, and I just started reading about all these cool people. Possibly the drugs interested me as well. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
It gets anybody into the counterculture.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just like their whole rebellious way. Do you know what I mean? And the, like you said, counterculture.
Yeah. He was so cavalier about it. He was like, "Yeah, I got high."
Yeah. I'm like, what's that like?
Yeah. But I saw 15 places while I did it. I met a lot of cool people.
And he just moved around and met. Yeah, exactly that. I love the fact that I ended up meeting a lot of people from all different parts of the world.
Right.
That was the best thing for me about touring.
Yeah, I still want to do it. And I realized it's like, you can still do
Join
that.
the circus
and not do drugs while you do it.
Well, I managed to do it for a few years again. After I got sober. So it's completely possible.
Right. It's easier actually.
Yeah.
Financially.
Oh my God, it was everything. I know kids nowadays we laugh because it's like the kids that go up and tour now, all the new generation of roadies. They have houses, they buy things. They come home with money in the bank. Oh, what's that about? What's that?
You're doing it wrong.
What? What'd you do with your per diem then, Put what? Yeah. Put it in the bank?
Yeah,
those freaks.
Favorite food?
I just had Thai food with my Mary there, and that was pretty damn delicious. I think I said to her as we were eating it, I said, you know what? Death row food, Thai food.
Yeah.
So Thai, nice Penang tofu curry.
Can't go wrong with food.
God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
God, I'd gone to heaven when I first tasted it because there was none in Scotland. So when I came over here, it's the first time I tasted it, and I'm like, holy cow! Show me your ways.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody ever wants to go out for Thai food, I always say yes to that.
It's like, no, it's not a question.
Yeah. What are you listening to right now?
Oh God, mostly actually podcasts and books on Audible because I don't have the eyesight really for reading at night anymore like I used to. I used to love going into bed and reading. So now I go to bed and listen to books.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no. I like biographies.
Yeah.
I like mostly listening to hearing about what other people are about and what they've done. Again, people, always been interested in what other people are up to and have done.
Yeah, you can learn
stories.
a lot from people.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
You can learn more from I don't know exactly what I was trying to say, but like the best education. That's kind of one of the reasons that I like do these interviews, is because if you try to learn a subject from somebody who's really passionate about it or really knows about it, they make you interested in it. And who knows more about yourself than yourself?
Right,
you know? And
right,
so
right.
It's the most engaging way to learn about somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. Is when they tell you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, it's funny. It's like I didn't really want to do this for the longest time just because I don't really like talking about myself per se. It's a little bit braggadocious-y kind of feelings to it. But then I realized it's like, oh, shut the fuck up, Karina. You talk to people all the time. You know what I mean? And it's like just that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just the only difference for you and I right now is I'm not beating you up in a hot kitchen. It's the only difference. It's the only difference.
That's the reason I have the camera on for legal purposes.
Only difference.
And evidence for once. These days, are you experiencing tipping fatigue?
Hell no.
Good.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, because they're not getting paid enough. That's why we tip.
Yeah.
We tip because they're in a minimum paid job and that they rely on tips to survive. So, God, no, I never will.
Good.
Never will.
Yeah.
Nothing fatiguing about it. If I can't afford to go out and eat or drink, then I won't go out because the tip has to be involved in that.
Yeah.
I would never, even if that person's having a bad day, I'll still tip them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Almost more so.
Yeah.
Because I know what they're going through.
I used to not tip for it's like, oh, I poured the coffee myself. Why should I have to tip you? But my mind has flipped around now.
Yeah. Because they're washing the dishes back there. They're up and cleaning the place. They're up there. They're doing a service. Basically, not just for food, but any service industry should get a tip.
Right on.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
But then I'm a socialist, so.
yeah. With
as my son calls me. Lots of questions about socialism. Lots of questions about socialism. I'm like, no. No.
What is your favorite color?
Oh, is this like you're going to ask me my quest next? Is this like is this not Monty Python's?
No.
This is my favorite color?
Yeah.
Like duck egg blue. Kind of.
Egg blue.
There you go.
I love that answer. That's a great answer.
That's the exact color.
Hell yeah. That's the best answer. Well, I'm not going to say the best answer I've gotten so far, but that's a great answer.
Best one you've had today.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull this one directly from the actor's studio because it's a great question.
I'm scared.
No, what's your favorite curse word?
Oh, for fuck's sake. That was just one, but that's not even my favorite.
Probably not.
Cunt, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry, America.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know it's not a very favorite one over here.
It's so taboo here, but on the other side of the
where I'm from, it's used for good and bad.
Right.
And descriptive and everything. Right. It's so well rounded. I love it.
Right.
Yeah. I have a friend's daughter, Stella, who came over to visit me, and as we were driving into Slough from the house that I live in now, and she was looking out and the sun was going down and she went, that is a cunt of a sunset. And I was like, right? Yeah. It really is.
That's awesome.
I hadn't really heard it in such a long time. I died laughing. Yeah. It's brilliant.
I was watching, I've been watching this channel on YouTube. I'm not really going to go into which one it is, but man, they drop the C word every other word like it's nobody's business.
Word. It's a great word.
And it doesn't particularly offend me. But it's just like listening to it, I'm like, oh, like how are they still on the air? Like
Here's the thing though, for people that think it's super offensive, it's like, what part of that word is offensive to you? Because is it supposed to be describing a female part? It's not disgusting.
Right.
Hello.
Right.
So why is it a bad word?
Right.
It's a beautiful word.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful part of the body.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, it's I mean, backwards.
What's so ugly about that?
Yeah.
Call me an arsehole. That's like, that's ugly, but not that.
Thank you. Yeah, there's much worse body parts to be called.
100%. 100%. Hey, nostril.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what's inside your ear? Like, good.
Hey, earwax.
Yeah. Not fun. All right, I'm gonna.
Right.
Switch this question a little bit because you're Scottish, but
what started me in acting? Oh, we're not in the actor studio anymore. We've moved out. We've moved out. We've gone.
What was it like working with Steven Spielberg?
Let me tell you.
Do you believe in the Loch Ness monster?
Of course, duh.
Duh, of course.
Duh.
What about Bigfoot?
He's up there.
He's up there.
Sure.
Aliens.
100%.
Ghosts.
Oh, yes, I've seen one, so yes.
Okay.
Wasn't even high.
All right, and this is the last question of the day. What is your favorite Disney movie? Pixar movies count.
Oh, Jesus, now you're fucking talking. Oh, you stumped me with that one. I really like Dumbo.
Dumbo.
I like Dumbo.
Yeah, that one's so cute. It's
See an
hard
elephant
work.
fly?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love Dumbo. When I was a kid, that was one of the first ones I think I saw. I liked Bambi, but then they shot the mom, and I was like, "You're just evil."
Can't do
so
it.
I can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I can hardly sit through Dumbo when it gets to the like my baby and me.
Sure,
it's just so sad and.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I guess that's why.
But at least no mothers.
Well, that's why I mean, I'm animal advocate and vegetarian for 30+ years.
Yeah, Dumbo. That movie
It set the tone for my life. It's like, why should mums be separated from their babies in any species?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's deplorable to do that, really.
In my opinion.
Yeah. No, it really. Yeah. Well, it's not fact. My opinion is not fact. I know that, but I really think it's deplorable. I think it's one of the
heinous.
Yeah.
There I go with the anus talk again. Sorry about that. I tried to keep it out.
So like it's like we're at like 25 minutes so far, but due to cuts, it's gonna be about 5 minutes long.
I like that. Most of the cunty words are taken out. little bubbles over my mouth.
Scottish. Beep, beep,
Fuck
beep.
you, yeah. Oh dear. We done?
Fun fact for the day.
Go ahead.
Do you know why a second is called a second?
Oh, I like your facts. Hold on a second. No.
A second is a second. Let me see if I got this right. I just learned this today. Because it is the second division of an hour. So like a minute is the first division and a second is the second division. That's why we call
Wouldn't
it
a second be the first division though before a minute? No.
Apparently not. A minute is the first division.
Who are you talking to? Where are you getting your shit from?
Karina, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love you dearly.
I'll try to get some more episodes up here.
And we're going to get subtitles right along.
Yeah, this is all going to be translated, and she does not apologize for the swearing.
Hell no.
All right. I love you, my dear.
Love you too.